between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here. At the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next to receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. The defensive player of the year a season ago, Aaron Donald, the one to stop him in his tracks. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Another carry for Michel on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give, this is Michel. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. On the ground is Michel. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They're running it. It's Michel. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Michel. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Stafford sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Akers. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll buy some time right toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown. Van Jefferson. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Good shot.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Stafford looks to throw again. They'll roll, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Stafford's going to try and throw for him. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it a 2nd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 51 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A give running right is Akers.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. Flushed out right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, Michelle. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Again, it's Michelle. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Play action. Stafford eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Stafford. It's caught by OBJ.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Stafford.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the ground, Michel. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They snap it to Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
It's a run with Akers.
And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers get a score closer. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Escaping the pressure right.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Second and 5.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And it's Michel once again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing here, Stafford. It's caught. Beckham. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Stafford now to throw. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here.